Hello guys, I am Aga4 and welcome to a guide to the Red 9 in DayZ Standalone. First seen in experimental 0.56 and making a return in 0.59, the Red 9 is a semi-automatic pistol that spawns where other pistols spawn in DayZ, and is otherwise known as the Mauser C96, looking suspiciously like Han Solo's blaster pistol. The Red 9 takes 9mm rounds and doesn't require a magazine to use to its full potential, so just like the SKS, the Red 9 has an internal magazine capable of holding 10 rounds. Like the SKS, you can get 10 round clips for the Red 9 which spawn exclusively in military locations, but with how you can reload from the hotbar now, these 10 round clips are pretty useless, and unlike the Mosin and SKS clips, the Red 9 clip consumes the rounds within the clip but keeps the empty clip inside your inventory. Because of this, it's better to have a stack of 49mm rounds assigned to a hotbar number. That way you can reload 4 times using the same button instead of just 1 time using a clip. Along with the Red 9 being added to the loot tables is the Red 9 Buttstock, which doesn't spawn with the Red 9 and is pretty damn rare. This Buttstock spawns in civilian locations and once attached to the Red 9 doesn't increase how many slots the Red 9 takes up and still allows the Red 9 to fit inside a gun holster. Now in real life the Red 9 buttstock is hollow to allow you to store the Red 9 inside the buttstock. Pretty cool. That's why there's a hole and a hinge towards the end of the buttstock in game. But sadly, and as you might have guessed, you cannot holster the Red 9 inside of the buttstock in DayZ. To add to this, the Red 9 buttstock doesn't change any of the default pistol animations, which does cause some minor clipping issues during some animations, but the buttstock can be detached once attached and used as a melee weapon if you so choose. The only other attachment for the Red 9 other than the buttstock is the improvised suppressor, making for, in my opinion, the silliest looking group of attachments I've seen in DayZ. The Red 9 or Red 9 buttstock cannot be spray painted black or green and cannot be sawn off. Here is a reload animation of the Red 9. Now determining the rate of fire of semi-automatic weapons in DayZ is fairly difficult, but each semi-automatic weapon has a stat for when it can be fired again. Based on this stat, the Red 9 fires close to 6 rounds per second at a maximum. To give you a comparison, the Magnum fires just over 3 rounds per second at a maximum, and the CR75 fires close to 8 rounds per second at a maximum. As for recoil, the Red 9 has already been criticised for its high amount of recoil, but comparing it to the CR75 by firing 10 rounds from both weapons, it isn't a great deal higher. In fact, because the CR75 fires 2 more rounds per second, the recoil of the Red 9 is about as easy to control as the CR75's recoil, and with the addition of the Red 9 buttstock, the recoil of the Red 9 becomes lower, meaning the Red 9 has easier to control recoil compared to the CR75, given that you can find the buttstock. On top of this, the Red 9 is the only pistol in DayZ that can be zeroed, and zeros between 50 and 300 meters, whereas most pistols in DayZ are fixed at 100 meters, giving them a maximum effective range of roughly 200 meters, depending on the velocity of the bullet used. However, past around 200 meters, the Red 9's lack of accuracy is clearly visible as shown here. I'd give the effective range of the Red 9 around 200 meters if you want to be safe. Now the Red 9 buttstock does increase the accuracy of the Red 9 but only slightly, making it a little safer to effectively hit targets at roughly 220 to 250 meters, but this is pushing the Red 9 to its limits. Because of this, in most situations you will want to engage your targets below 100 meters with the Red 9, seeing as you will need 2 chest shots or a headshot to put an enemy down with the 9mm rounds used by the Red 9. Comparing that to the Magnum, which can put down a player in 1 shot to the chest, the Magnum is better for ambushing players, but in close combat the Red 9 and Magnum pump out roughly the same amount of damage per second, with the Magnum being better suited for controlled players and the Red 9 being better suited for players that like to spray and pray, so which one you choose out of these two will be personal preference. If you do spray and pray, the CR75 puts out nearly 25% more damage per second compared to the Red 9, with close to the same amount of recoil and stamina, meaning the CR75 is a better choice for close combat situations over the Red 9, and the Magnum is better for ambushing players at a distance. However, apart from the Red 9 having an internal magazine and sounding pretty awesome, the 9mm rounds are the easiest rounds to get your hands on in the game, a lot easier than trying to find a single CR75 magazine, and seeing as the Red 9 is just as rare as the CR75 and Magnum, it means you are likely to have a fully capable Red 9 long before you will have a fully capable Magnum or CR75. Because of this, I predict that the Red 9 will be the king of the coastline simply for how easy it is to get working to its maximum potential. Thank you for watching, and may the force be with you.